bring it back for,
Or one of the two votes that voted to make it, because it was a supermajority that it required for the publication of just the portion that we would like. And essentially, it's going to go to print regardless.
At
We
this
can spend $500 and send it, or one of the two votes that voted against it can bring it back and vote for it, and then we'll have the supermajority. Then all we would have to do is publish the smaller piece, which will save us a couple $100.
correct.
Well, at our minutes here, the 14th, you were gonna bring it back at this meeting. You were gonna talk.
No, we were going to meet with you, Mr. Trost, and talk it over.
And
And
bring it back.
hopefully you
asked
would have
at
brought
this
it back.
meeting, and you asked staff at this meeting, then we could vote on it again, and then at this meeting, you'd have time to put it in paper.
It doesn't really require a vote. What we wanted to do was talk
So
to
I
you.
walked outside the door there, and I told Olaf, I'll vote for this, when they bring it up tonight.
We both agreed to it.
We both agreed to vote for this. You
Okay.
you never talked, we both walked out there and said, we're for this.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. So are you willing to bring your votes back and reconsider?
We haven't adjourned yet, right?
Right, we're still in,
That's
we're
why-
still in session.
that's why I brought
Thank
it
you.
up.
Well, thank you.
I'll
I,
make a motion. that
Staff should have brought this up,
Mr.
not me.
Gross and I change our vote.
Sure, I'll second it.
all right.
I
Very
said it
good.
that night I would change it.
So we have a motion on the floor presented by Mr. O'Laughlin as the author and Mr. Trost as the second to revisit this vote on 0907. So you're bringing it back,
09123.
or 09120. Now, let me get this. Okay, very good. 09123. Very good, thank you.
09123. I got it.
And for summary publication of 0907. Okay, so we have a motion and a second to bring this back and authorize the summary publication. Any other discussion? Do we need anything other than this, Mr. Bose, parliamentarian?
As a matter of Robert's rules, I think the motion is to reconsider, so you'd
Reconsider.
vote on
Very
that,
good.
and then you'd vote
Okay.
on the
So we have a
underlying
motion and a second to reconsider. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, now we will reconsider.
Go ahead.
I'll move on that.
Okay. We got a motion from O'Laughlin, second from Coop. Any discussion? Authorizing Resolution 09123, authorizing summary publication of ordinance 09-07. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? This passes unanimously. That's an honorary gavel. I'm looking for,
I have one question. I've been on the council for almost a year now, and I was wondering, do we ever hold personnel committee meetings? Ever?
As needed.
Do we ever evaluate personnel? Does personnel ever get evaluated around here? When? When? It hasn't been for the last year. I'm just wondering when we plan to do it.
Will you?
We used to do it every year.
Yep. One thing I did, I brought him with here, but I was gonna bring him up for the, just prior to the workshop, but I do have the performance evaluation form you fill out. Because as far as the council reviews my performance. That's all we do. Yep, I review the department heads, and then the
Do
department
we
heads
get to
review the
see
staff.
the reviews of the department heads?
Yes. You can certainly come in and I'll go through that with you. But we don't
We
meet,
don't want a
as
personnel committee meeting to talk about department heads?
we typically have not, no.
Why not?
Well,
that's a task that's been assigned to Mr. Murphy for as long as I've worked on the council,
Why?
because that's how it's done. We typically don't oversee, I mean, if you're asking that we start doing this, you've certainly got the right to bring that up and put it in the form of a motion at some point, but we typically have not done that. We have always reviewed the city administrator's performance.
Do we
Well,
still?
see, the question I'd have then is if we only review you and not a department head. So anything a department head does wrong, in my view, you're to blame. Is that correct?
Ultimately, I'm responsible for the actions within the city, yes, as far as staff. Ultimately, I'm responsible.
Okay.
I, for one,
We've
always
had a few
felt-
personnel issues this year. I just want to make sure you're ready for this.
Do we have exit when people quit? Do we have exit meetings with them? Do we still do that?
At their request, I would imagine.
No, we used to do it.
We haven't,
Why don't we do
it
that?
hasn't happened since I've been here.
I think this is a very good issue to deal with, but not tonight. I think that maybe we should sleep on it, and the next meeting, talk about it, is if whether or not we want to change, and if we do want to change, how we want to change.
I think we should have a retreat.
All right, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
I so moved.
All right, we have a motion.
I'll vote yes on that.
All in favor? All in favor? Okay, is there a discussion about the motion to adjourn? If
No.
not, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you.
I love it here.
We're out.
Oh,
Years ago, we used to do that.
We're adjourned.
And I'll be honest with you.
no, I'm talking about next week's meeting. Chicago against the Vikings, Monday Night Football, we gotta get that one. Viking cheerleaders are in spirit tonight.
I'm not saying I'm gonna sit down and figure out
What?
what she does.
Viking cheerleaders are gonna be in spirit tonight, so.
But you're